Flock cameras, GPS tracking, social media tracking, cellular tracking.
At this point, to send a private message to someone, I need to string up a note to a fucking pigeon to send someone. Holy shit.
Flock cameras, they can see through your car and they can hear you now. So they saying anywhere you see a flock camera, don't talk. A lot of people been cutting the flock cameras down, and they say if you don't do this,
what you about to do?
point lasers into the green laser into the lens, it destroys the camera. So I'm against destroying the camera. Don't do that. But if you got a little green laser, maybe $1, $2, point it at the lens, it'll destroy it. I don't know why nobody would do that.
That's terrible, right?
What I'm saying is terrible, but that's what's going on. You feel me? But it's really infringing on your rights. Where do you get privacy?
It's just
it's insane.
It's really just ironic is that we don't have privacy, and they like the government want to know everything the fuck we doing, but then they won't let us know nothing they doing. And the things they do probably throw out there, we ain't really too worried about it, at least as a people. All this stuff that been going on, motherfuckers they still don't see what it is.
It's crazy how everything is really data, right? Like we're walking data. Like really everything we do, what we watch, what we consume,
cookies,
our attitude, everything is cookies. Like, and they literally just got that shit stored somewhere. And a lot of it, we don't even know why they got it stored, what they using it for. That's what I be tripping off.
It's a mixture of everything we've been seeing, from They Live to the Truman Show to They Clone Tyrone. All that shit is all mixed in one right now. That's what's going on.
Even we talking about the flock cameras, how TV and movies will show you before it happened. And I don't know, we was watching Paradise seasons 1 and 2, and they had the bird or whatever it was sitting on top of the stoplight or the camera right there. That was a camera in somebody's neighborhood. And so you see that same thing going on right now with those cameras. So they were showing us already before they went ahead and implemented it. So.
This man is using AI technology to change his face on FaceTime.
Somebody granddaddy is getting tricked with this software right here.
Yep, and grandma is not safe either. Grandma is not safe because Mr. Johnny is here.
This is how a lot of people is getting finessed these days. Let somebody with glasses or can't see like that, you gonna think that's them. And it changes the voice. So that scamming shit finna get crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. But one thing I'm gonna tell y'all is don't trust nothing on the internet. Don't trust nothing on the internet, because it's gonna get to a point where the quality gonna look like this. You feel me? Now the quality a little sketchy and laggy, but what if it starts to look like this? I feel like you can always be able to tell a real life being, but bro, they have y'all know animatronics when you go to Disneyland, Disney World, they be having these robots and shit moving and stuff like that. Bro, they got like human suits. Like they got shit that look just like a human, but it's like robotic under it. They put it in movies all the time. They do this shit a lot, bro. So it's like it's gonna get to a point where it get real iffy.
Can you get the door for me? Scarlett.
Who is it?
Scarlett.
Who is it?
Open the door.
Who is it?
Scarlett, it's raining. Please. Scarlett, I'm at the door.
Blocks and HOAs now? Watch this.
Okay, check this out. Just a regular old residential neighborhood, right? Cul-de-sac, everything good, right? Well, check this out. Every time these people's kids can be walking to school, right there, baby, right there on the corner of that street lamp, they're going to be watched and profiled and data tracked by a flock camera. Wow. That's right.
Would you be okay with this 3 feet from your bedroom window?
Is flock safety eavesdropping on private citizens? In this case, this flock raven is literally under the eave of a private residence. How close? I'm now touching the sill of this house, standing next to the raven. This cannot be more than 3 feet from a private home's window. I don't know if that's a bedroom window or a living room window, but that microphone is certainly going to be able to pick up conversations inside of this house.
You think this is a bottle? But look at this. They're able to hide this. You know, places like this. There's a camera here too. See that little hole?
I am never using a public restroom again. Videos online have been showing strange things happening in public restrooms, such as people finding hidden microphones and even cameras. And what's even more stranger is that we recently found a device in this restroom that looked like a hidden camera next to the sensor. Now, I'm not sure what to think about this, so let me know below in the comments on what I should do.
She wasn't supposed to say this. Selena Gomez exposed the camera.
Here's a warning to all you guys out there. If you see this in a public restroom, run. Right here at the urinal, this is actually a camera, and that's how it knows to flush when you're done. So you're on camera when you're using the bathroom. So watch when I walk away. Stay safe out there.
So you know when you go into the bathroom and there's that little sensor on the toilet or on the urinal? Well, that's not a sensor. That's a camera that leads back into an office where people watch and they wait for you to finish so they can press the flush button. That's all it is.
Am I the only one who feels like there does not need to be a camera attached to everything? Because there is a camera attached to literally everything. Your phone got a camera attached to it. Your computer got a camera attached to it. Your front door has a camera attached to it. Your car has a camera attached to it. You walk outside, it's a camera attached to outside. The store got a camera attached to it. It's just camera attached to everything. Like, we just a world full of content creators, and the only people we performing for is the police.
There's literally a station on the TV. Go to it. And it's just a toilet. It's a fucking camera pointed at a toilet. And there's no sound. It hasn't moved in, what, 30 minutes? The Devil Wears Prada. There's no way that that plays on Bravo. There's just this blue toilet. Is it? It's not our toilet.
Disturbing discovery during their stay at an Airbnb in Oregon. It's just one of similar incidents. Black boxes plugged into the wall while vacationing in Florida. It was a hidden camera. He gave the memory cards to police.
Now, we're not here to scold the good host, but we're here to talk about the creeps. And if you don't think it's a legit concern, New York Times has even published an article. And less than a month ago in Florida, there was a guy with 16 cams in 16 different locations. And it's not just limited to hidden cams, but you have eavesdropping devices, and you even have devices that connect on Wi-Fi. That's why you've probably seen a bunch of those network apps show up. But with this device, it's very simple. It's set at a sensitivity of 2, and you'll hear the beep. I didn't even mention they have an infrared, which you can point at mirrors where you'll see a flashing light if there's a camera. Go check them out. It's definitely something I would recommend if you're somebody who likes to travel or if you're going to be renting soon.
What freedom do Americans think they have that they actually don't?
Freedom to privacy. There is no privacy in this country because of FISA. They're monitoring your calls, your text messages. They can get into your social media chats. Unless it is bulletproof encrypted, they can get to it, and you are being spied on by your government. And that's such a violation of the First Amendment in that you can be targeted for things that you say or places that you go, and now they're invading your privacy simply because of the opinion you have.
Hey, this is how broke our school is, bro. This is really our bathroom.
Wait.
How we gonna take shits? How we gonna take shits?
This is school back. Y'all ain't got no tissue either.
How are we gonna take shits? Hey.
Imagine it being a fight and somebody taking a shit.
This is how broke our school.
They're telling us straight up. Everybody thinks it's a joke. It's not a fucking joke. This shit is for real. It's happening.
But you will have no freedom. You will have no agency. It will be a perfect surveillance state. There will be no privacy. And that's what you're going to get. You're going to get great comfort, but you will have, there will be nothing left in the world for you to really do. Nothing that really matters. You'll just kind of live at the service of the AI giving you material wealth.
Isn't it funny, if you type something into ChatGPT, tell me if I'm paranoid or not, you're starting to see the ads come up in other places for something you searched in ChatGPT.
If you have Yahoo email and your sister asks you to search for diapers on Amazon, even though you don't have any kids, you're getting ads for diapers on Yahoo Mail.
What happens if you give your age into Google search or ChatGPT? What do you think happens all of a sudden if you give
It's even worse. You get Depends, hearing all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm telling you, it's true.
Have we given up our privacy?
Privacy is officially dead. The upcoming AirPod Ultras are rumored to have cameras inside them. Apple's putting tiny infrared cameras in your earbuds and sending it straight to the cloud and to Siri. Imagine what would leak if that data ever got hacked. And if that's not bad enough, there's already a bunch of people that are secretly using Ray-Ban Meta glasses to record stuff without your consent. They're able to disable the recording light so nobody even knows that they're being secretly recorded. And it gets even crazier. A university discovered that a normal router could be used to see through walls and track your exact body movements with no cameras at all. If you found the video interesting, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more AI and tech stuff. Look at that guy walking.
So you know that song by Michael Jackson, I always feel like somebody watching me and I got no privacy? I don't know the title, but that's the lyrics. That song keeps popping in my head, and I know what that means is some type of message either from myself or for somebody who won't come across this video. There's eyes on you. Somebody is watching your every move. And you actually have people who are becoming, I don't want to use the word fans, but fans. There's people who actually are watching you and they're starting to like you. There's people who were sent to you to watch you because of things that they have heard about you. But the things that they have heard about you is not adding up to what they're seeing. And they actually have become a fan. And see, this is why you got to be careful of talking about people, because the people that you're going around talking about is going to spark other people's interest. And then they're going to come looking for that person to find out what they could find out. And what's happening is people's lives are not adding up. So people are asking the person like, hey, I thought you said X, Y, and Z. Because they're starting to put two and two together and they can see right through the BS. At least 5 people, like that number keeps popping in my head. 5 people have your name in the search engine right now. So say you're a person, right? And your friend or whoever is always coming to you, telling you something bad about another person, right? It's like every time they mention this person's name, they got a bad story attached to it. I would challenge you to ask that person why. Why are you always mentioning this person? What point are you trying to prove by keep trying to assassinate their character? Like, yeah, okay, you told me they did some bad stuff. You told me they did da-da-da. Why do you keep mentioning it? Why haven't you let it go? I promise you, you're going to start to see that person get real uncomfortable. And they're going to get very defensive because they're not expecting you to turn on them. But they need people around them that's going to tell them the truth. Why are you constantly talking bad about somebody? Especially if you guys have no contact. It doesn't make sense. But somebody's watching you.
Cameras utilize AI to track you and your family when you're out in public. They run by a company, Palantir. This company claims that they just record movement of vehicles and they will reduce the crime rate to 0. However, people much more educated than I on these cameras have proven this to be false when speaking to their city councils. They do not monitor where you drive, but they also monitor where you walk, what you do, what you say, what's on your phone when you walk by, and they spy on you all the time. Today I walked around and I noticed the one down by the bridge was pointed towards the courtyard and the field, not towards any roads. So why would it be pointed towards the river, not towards the streets, if it's just to monitor vehicles? Also, in order to bring the crime rate down to 0, they would need to be able to predict crime before it happens. And I think that that is a slippery slope. Some cities are discussing adding this AI to police body cameras, which would be constantly monitored by an AI, which would make a judgment call about releasing drones also controlled by this AI. Again, I see it as a very slippery slope, along with the military drones that we've seen used over in Iran and in Ukraine.
Nobody cares. I mean, people care, but
They care.
what can you do?
I mean, that's the question I ask myself. What can you do? Do you want to do you want to not exist in the digital world? I mean, the internet is obviously the best, worst thing humans have ever created.
Yeah.
Right? We can be interconnected to people, family across the globe, and at the same time, your own government can look so deeply into your life that they should never have that level of access. Like the Patriot Act.
Patriot Act
was one of the most unpatriotic things that's ever happened to this country.
Yes.
And the sacrifice of privacy and individual sovereignty that occurred with that and then in the years after that will never be recovered again. Because, they exposed the prison program. Well, there was like schism, or they probably dope program called TISM, right?
Yeah.
Weapons grade TISM. W5 TISM program. I don't know how we go backwards, and our lives are becoming more and more digital and more intertwined. And the government can 100% weaponize that against you. Was anybody paying attention to that before Snowden came out? I don't think so. So again, I can appreciate the release, and I wish it had been so jarring.
The thing that I found that's the most incredible piece about it, you know how many people have been hacked? You know how many kids out there? You know how many young adults, not kids, I call them kids, but people draft age, that grew up in a world, in an age in which, they walked into school and they had that Snapchat, screen save passed around to every one of their classmates. Or the girl that, passed out at a party and a bunch of guys took pictures of her naked and gave them to everybody. Or whatever it may be. It's the realization that in this world is that privacy is I am the quintessential example of does not exist. And when someone loses their privacy to the degree that I have, everybody assumes, well, they must deserve it because it eases their guilt for the way in which their voyeurism allows them to participate in what is a crime. What's a crime? And they all say, well, he committed other crimes. He was a criminal. He took money from China. Did I really? I've never taken a single goddamn cent from a foreign nation. Not a single cent from a foreign national entity.
You probably already know Palantir, but here are some of the surveillance companies that don't want you to know who they are. First is Clearview AI, who has scraped more than 30 billion photos off of social media to build a facial recognition database to sell it to police. If a picture of you exists online, your face is probably already in it. Then there's Fog Data Science, who goes after your location. They get your location straight from the apps on your phone and sell the police a tool to retrace everywhere a device has been, usually without a warrant. Then there's Babel Street with its tool Locate X, which was shown following a single phone across state lines to everywhere it had been, without a warrant as well. One privacy group even gained access to Babel Street's technology just by claiming they might work with law enforcement someday. Then there's LexisNexis that keeps files on nearly every adult in the country. They built their data set on data you hand over for your credit checks and background forms and sells access to the police and other government agencies. And probably one of the more widespread ones, Verkada runs the cameras watching you inside stores, gyms, schools, and hospitals. And in 2021, hackers reached 150,000 of its live feeds, and according to the FTC, including ones in psychiatric wards. Couple all that data and someone can quite literally map out your entire life. You don't know any of these companies, and that's for a reason. I started using the Conscious app to see who is actually behind the companies who are running mass surveillance. It pulls data from companies so you can finally see what the companies that are watching you are doing. The more of us who see it, the harder it gets for them to keep operating in the dark.
How do you know?
Were you about 8 weeks pregnant? So you've been spotting recently. You've had any cramps or nausea?
That's personal.
You've been taking your prenatal vitamins?
Excuse me?
Are you ticketing me for something? Where are you heading, Abigail?
To go see my older sister, Natalie.
Well, that's strange. This says here that Natalie's at a concert in Dallas. And your navigation is set to a women's health clinic in one of those abortion states.
We have the right to travel.
Not anymore. Step out of the car.
Please, officer.
Both of you out now. You, sir, are under arrest for crossing state lines to obtain an abortion for a minor under your care. And you, young lady, well, you're under arrest for evading motherhood.
All right, you guys, let's get into this one. This is inside of a Texas high school, Aldine ISD. Take a look at this. What appears to be a camera, red light flashing, looking over the stalls and urinals. Yeah, here's a better look at it right here. Now, this is inside of a boys' bathroom. I can tell you students were avoiding this bathroom all week because they saw this camera. Like, hey, why are you guys recording us? Well, Aldine ISD has come out saying that this is not a real camera, that it has no guts, it's incapable of recording, nothing was inside of it, and they're investigating to see how it got there, who put it there. But I spoke with a mom who says she's not buying it. She thinks this was recording and it was put there intentionally. Now, I did reach out to a security expert, do my due diligence, of course. That guy telling me that it does appear this is a dummy camera, a fake camera. But he says parents still have a valid reason to be concerned. Head over to fox26houston.com for the full story and more on what he had to say. This is Gabby Hart with news that you just need to know.
Actually saw the camera in the little stall area that it was in. I had no idea what it was.
Hospital employees discovered a hidden camera in an employee-only bathroom at Kaiser Permanente Hospital in West Los Angeles, and 22 employees have become victims of this surveillance. Several employees at Kaiser Hospital were using the employee-only restroom when they unexpectedly found a hidden camera. Initial investigations reveal that the camera was installed in a secluded corner of the bathroom and transmitted footage via wireless signals. An emergency room registered nurse who initially did not notice the camera eventually became suspicious along with a few colleagues. The camera was later confirmed to be hidden in a small stall in the restroom. Both the police and lawyers are investigating the illegal surveillance. As the investigation progresses, 22 hospital employees, including nurses and other staff members, have been confirmed as victims of this illegal surveillance. The privacy of these individuals has been severely violated, and the incident has caused significant psychological distress. Additionally, similar hidden cameras were discovered at Kaiser Medical Center in Northern California, and another camera disguised as a phone charger and alarm clock was found in a fire station.
Okay, so y'all are probably not going to fucking believe this, but because I barely believe this, I just got a phone call from my older brother telling me he's outside of my house. Mind you, it's a FaceTime call. I can see his face, and he's like, hey, I'm outside. Come open the door. Like, I'm coming to see you, whatever. Come open the door. I'm like, I thought you was at mom and dad's. Mind you, my mom and dad live 3 hours away. So I'm like, I thought you was at mom and dad. He's not supposed to come and see me for another couple days. So I'm like, I thought you was at mom and dad's. Like, y'all left early. Like, why didn't you tell me you was on your way? He's like, oh, you asking too many questions. Just come open the door. I'm like, all right. So I go and I'm like, wait, let me check. I check my Ring doorbell camera and nobody's outside. I'm like, whatever. Okay. So I call him back because, again, it's in my call log. I call him back. He answers it. He's literally at my mom and dad's. I'm like, yo, you just called me. He's like, no, I didn't just call you. I'm like, so you didn't just call me and tell me you're outside the door?
Now, this some scary shit, okay? Yeah, this is the second video that I have ran across that somebody's saying one of their family members is calling them and telling them to come outside or come to the door, and then they check the Ring camera and nobody's there. Or she called her brother and her brother is way somewhere else. So I don't know what is going on, but we need to be careful. Maybe give your child a certain code, like something that you in a middle name or anything. Don't come to the door right now, because something is definitely going on to where people are getting people numbers, okay, and sounding just like a family member telling you to come open the door. And what's going to happen is somebody going to go open that door. And you know the rest, okay? I don't even need to say it. But this is some scary shit. Y'all, please be careful. Please stay safe, okay? And definitely stay prayed up. Hugs and love. Y'all be blessed to J-Lo.
If you face
FaceTiming somebody, make sure y'all not taking showers and stuff like that no more. Do y'all see what this freaking post say right here? Well, not a post. It's basically a screenshot of somebody being on the phone. And I guess they was getting comfortable showing a little something. And the iPhone basically told them they can't do that. Like, it turned their camera off and stuff. I don't know if it ended the call completely. But yeah, they watching. They is watching, and we been knew they was watching, but watching like that. Do not be taking showers on the phone. None of that shit that y'all used to do. You know, none of that. Don't even be changing on the phone. None of that. Don't ask me why I gotta sit my camera down to change. You know, I don't care. Like, you know, like, people need to make sure they watching, because this stuff is real. People be watching. Ain't no way they out here straight restricting and making sure people not showing certain stuff over these iPhones and these cameras and these FaceTiming no more. Then y'all see the police keeping up with what y'all post on Instagram. Y'all just better watch out.
Hey, what's up, America? People are disabling and taking out their Ring cams. So during the Super Bowl, there was a commercial for the company Ring that promises surveillance and security in your doorbell camera. But then they revealed in the commercial that all the Ring cameras could work together with a surveillance network tied to the police department. Then the other day, Ring announced a partnership with Flock, the ones that do the license plate readers and facial recognition. So there's nothing free about that whatsoever. I guarantee your rights are going to be infringed everywhere you go with that. But people are now starting to disable their Ring cams and physically take them out and get rid of them, because people don't want to be watched and surveilled by Big Brother constantly and pay to do it as well. Yes, it can help find your dog, just like the Super Bowl commercial said, but it can also work with other partners to geolocate you and put cameras and eyes on you at all times, even if you're innocent. And of course, just recently with Flock, there was an incident where a woman was going to a grocery store and she just so happened to drive by the area where a crime occurred. So the police came to her house, arrested her, and she had to prove her innocence that she was at the grocery store. Now guilty till proven innocent, because an AI security system said the person was in the area. So do you see a slippery slope of how this could work? By the way, it was another person.
This is why you should always thoroughly inspect every corner of a rental before moving in. A woman moves into a new apartment alone, only to slowly realize she might be under the surveillance of something she cannot see. It begins on her third day in the house. Everything appears normal at first, but she soon develops a constant, unexplainable feeling of being watched. Whether she is in the living room, bedroom, or even in the shower, that oppressive sense of someone observing her never goes away. At first, she dismisses it as paranoia or the stress of adjusting to a new environment, so she meticulously searches every inch of the home. Inside closets, above ceiling panels, behind power outlets, even along the edges of the floor. Nothing. No signs of anything unusual. Until one day, while standing at the end of the hallway, she notices a faint flickering light coming from the air vent. When she gets closer, she realizes it is not a normal ventilation structure. It has been modified into something hidden. A small screen is still on, displaying a live feed angled directly toward her bedroom. In that moment, she understands something chilling. From the very beginning, there was another set of eyes inside the house, and what she believed was living alone was never truly solitude.
If you're not being careful online, you are leaving yourself open to a lot of digital surveillance. So I'm going to give you the top 5 tips to keep yourself secure online. I'm Eliza Orleans, career public defender for 15 years in Manhattan. And while there's so many things you can be doing to protect your digital privacy, I want to give you 5 easy, simple things that you can do right now to make sure that you are protected. Let's start with the basics. Every click, every location ping, every search is tracking you. It's being scooped up, potentially sold off, and could be used against you. So what can you do? Number 1, use a trustworthy VPN. And not just any VPN. A lot of the popular ones have ties to shady corporations and keep logs. And then there are some free ones that say that they're going to protect you, but probably don't. So you should look into ones that are highly recommended. I think Molvat is a good one because it's privacy first, doesn't require an email address, and doesn't keep logs. That's the kind of protection that you want. Number 2, get off Chromium-based browsers. That means Chrome, Edge, and Brave. Those collect data on every website you visit. Try Firefox or even Tor. Number 3, Decline optional cookies. I know it's so easy when a box pops up to just say accept all. Do not do that. Click no and reject all optional cookies every time. Super easy. Use end-to-end encrypted messaging apps. Use Signal to communicate with people, not iMessage, because if your app can decrypt your messages, so can somebody else. And fifth and finally, stop oversharing online. Seriously, I know that it's tempting in these times of being perpetually online. I see it myself, but don't overshare. Keep your personal information off social media whenever possible. Certainly don't share your real-time location. And remember, the internet is forever. This stuff matters, especially in the wake of finding out that Palantir and our government are going to be compiling databases on all of us. So you really need to be aware and be prepared and protect yourself.
Say goodbye to your privacy that the Fourth Amendment was meant to protect, because flock cameras are changing the way Americans are watched. You should be very concerned about flock cameras. Flock cameras are in your neighborhood, watching everything you do, recording everything you do, and the AI inside of the flock cameras are trying to predict what you will do in the future. It's literally a violation of our Fourth Amendment. Sometimes these cameras are on top of the police car. It even has a license plate reader. So once the flock camera hits on your license plates, it shows them if you have warrants, violations, or if your license are suspended. It basically shows everything about you, past and present. They say the cameras are used to help solve crimes, but those cameras can also be used to hold like a database on you. Those cameras are everywhere around your neighborhood, and if they aren't around your neighborhood yet, trust me, they will be there. These cameras record where you live, where you work, wherever you go, and if your city doesn't have them yet, trust me, they will. It even captures and saves photos of you, who's ever driving or who's ever in the car. So if your kids are in the car and it happens to capture a picture of your child, yeah, your child, they're storing a picture of your child as well. Now they're saying they want to use these to solve future crimes. Yeah, crimes that haven't even happened yet. After they form this whole database on you, they can use that to predict where you're going in the future or the crimes that you just might do in the future. I'm so serious. And in Texas, the police searched 83,000 flock cameras just to find and try to track down a woman that had an abortion. What the fuck? And if you're just sitting somewhere, not doing a crime, not doing anything, you're just sitting in the park or you're just sitting in your car, the camera can zoom in on your phone and see what you're doing on your phone. They're also using a facial recognition engine. It zooms in on your face and tells everything about you. If you want to know if your license plate has been searched by a local agency, you can file a Freedom of Information Act or state public records request, or you can go to haveibeenflocked.com, enter your license plates, and check and see if your plates appear in the audit log. You don't have to be speeding. You don't even have to be committing a crime. You could just be going to work or taking your children to school. And the biggest concern isn't just the cameras, it's the network, and it's also the privacy. Another concern is innocent people can end up in the system that haven't done anything wrong. With these flock cameras, every move you make, everywhere you go, you will be watched, you will be judged, and you will be stored in a system. And every time they go back in that system, they have pictures of your face, they have pictures of your car, pictures of your children, everything you're doing, and they stored it. And this will be how they will judge you and judge you in the future.
She said it sounded and looked just like her daughter, down to the voice, the face, everything, but she felt something was off. She started asking questions only her daughter could answer. Tonight, we're on your side with what happened that day and what families can do to protect themselves.
Listen, I just had something so scary just happen to me.
This is Erica Anderson, a Jacksonville mom, posting about a scary moment on TikTok. Nearly 20 million views and counting. A FaceTime call who she thought was her 17-year-old daughter.
It's her contact, and I'm like, what's she calling me for? Because I know she's in school.
Erica picked up the phone, worried something was wrong.
She was like, hey, mommy, open the door. And I'm like, open a door? What do you mean open a door? And she was like, I'm sick. I don't feel well.
She painted a picture of what that call looked like.
From here to here, because I could see the school shirt. I could see the shirt, and I could see, but no background. They had it that close. When I tell you, it sounds just like her, and the way she speaks to me and everything.
Erica was suspicious, so she started asking questions.
My mommy brain kicked into play like something is not right.
What did they have for dinner last night? How many siblings do you have? What school do you go to?
I started asking her all the questions that she would know the answer to. And the person was like, oh my God, mommy, I don't know the answer. I don't know. Just open the door. Oh my God.
Erica hung up and no one was at their door. She called the school. Her daughter was in class, taking a test, safe.
I'm scared. I go get them from school.
She put the story on TikTok, warning parents.
All these people start flooding my comment section saying, this happened to me. This happened to my mom. This happened to my sister. This just happened to my cousin. This is real. And I'm like, but how?
She later learned it was a prank, a teenager using an AI-powered app. She called police, talked to the family, and chose not to press charges. Now she's taking extra safety precautions.
We have now made code words. We have set up different, I done changed the alarms in my house. I done changed the camera angles. As a matter of fact, we done added 2 more cameras. We already had 3.
The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office tells us they're seeing a wave of cybercrime, including cases tied to generative AI, and that they have detectives dedicated to this kind of fraud. The FBI says if you get a call that feels off, hang up, call them back on a number you know, and create a family code word. Governor Ron DeSantis spoke about these kinds of scams at a press conference Thursday.
Do we live in a real reality or do we live in a fake reality? And it's hard to tell the difference, and they can do it in ways that could potentially be harmful to you.
Erica's sending this message to anyone thinking about pulling a joke like this.
To go around and play fake fear into people that is not cause for, like, please don't, because you don't understand the damage that you do mentally.
Now, the FBI also says you can look for subtle imperfections in images and videos like distorted hands or feet, unrealistic teeth or eyes, inaccurate shadows, or a voice that just doesn't sound quite right.
We're boomers. 7 years ago, we bought our house for $100. Cash. We're Gen X. We're millennials. We survived 9/11, Y2K, and the Oregon Trail. Sure, we went to the club in business casual, but we lived. You're welcome for everything cool. Millennials are so cringe. We are Gen Alpha. In 6-7 years, we're gonna be the new adults, and people are pretty freaked out about that. But our cycle-breaking millennial parents are gonna make sure we have elite taste in music. Skibbity, look what I can do. Can you do this?
So this is just a hotspot.
Okay.
But I modified this hotspot with a custom firmware called Ray Hunter.
Of course you did.
And for $9, I can, which I know you're gonna want one of these. This is up your alley.
Is this going to be the framed piece for this episode?
I don't know, but I bring this every country I go to, everywhere I go. So it's charged right now. Let me turn it on. Come on. There it goes. Okay. So you see it's got their logo and everything on it. You would never know this isn't a real hotspot.
Yeah.
It still does broadcast a network on it. And you'll see at the top here, you're going to start seeing a green or red, hopefully green, a green or red line the second that it boots up. Okay, so it has no service at the moment, but it's loading. Okay, see that green line at the top there?
Yeah.
So that means that there are no stingrays within proximity to us, which is going real simple is how the feds or certain people can track your phone's location, the information that comes from your phone. Like, just think of it as a way to determine if your phone's being tracked. And you could just have this running at all times, sitting in your pocket, and instead of it, acting as a Wi-Fi router or hotspot, I could take this. I can use my phone. I'll show you. I could go and connect to the Verizon network right here, and then I'll go right to my browser. Hold on, Stingray Hunter. Where's it at? Come on. I'll just.
So this thing basically detects if there's anything listening or gathering information on you within some type of a radius.
Yeah, and you don't have to stare at it. You know, that's kind of the good thing about it is you don't have to stare at it and if it turns red once, it's here, hold on, I'll show you.
Like when you came to the old studio and we had that little piece of shit EMF detector thing and we found something on the wall and we're like, where is it?
Yeah, this is a whole different thing. Let me just look. I have it in my bookmark. Sorry, because I have the actual Verizon page and then I have the page of it where it's modified. Sorry. Here we go. All right. So, oh, actually, what the heck? I actually have a warning here.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm dead serious. Look at this. There's a red warning. So I'll download that PCAP after. Like I seriously didn't set this up. I really didn't. I swear to God.
Well, shit, how do you know what it is?
I'll download it and try to see, but it just lets me know that there's a device within proximity. That's the first time that's my first time ever seeing a warning.
This is likely, if you just turn your device on, this is likely a false positive.
Well, there's 2 other captures above it. So, I don't know. There's a couple below it and above it. So we'll have to look into that. I've never even seen that.
Wait a minute. This is my place?
I mean, I didn't look at it.
This says Thursday, July 3rd, Wednesday, September 10th.
Well, then that would be incorrect, unless the top one has the wrong date.
Top one is Monday, October 20th.
That's today?
Yeah.
Yeah, then the other one must be, I must have missed it.
Dude, you can't be fucking with me like that.
I didn't need to. I barely looked at it. I just saw red and was like,
I just told you how paranoid I get about this shit.
Well, this is why you need one of these.
I need to buy that.
It's $9 right now. I'll just give you this one. But
that's $9?
Yeah, it's a hacked version of a Verizon hotspot. But
so you just turn that on anywhere you go. How far is the radius?
I mean, it's anywhere it receives cellular, just like a cell phone would.
Yeah.
So what it's doing is like this interface is because I'm connected to the hotspot as if you would be using it, but it's on a custom port. It's called. So like do you know how like people can root their Androids, meaning like giving it more permissions and install custom apps. This is running a version of Android that's rooted, and then it's running that custom software. So you just go in here, you let it run all day, and then you can go and just check, is it green, is it red? And if it is red, the Ray Hunter, like GitHub is like where all the developers put their stuff. You can copy the file and put it in there and they'll analyze it for you. Like you don't even need to know what you're looking at. So they'd be interested in this red one that I have because I've never even seen red before. This is my first time. But yeah, I thought you would like this because it's kind of a cool, cheap, little hacky thing, but all it works.
I'm getting like one of those for everybody on the team.
Yeah, I'll set them all up for you. All right, so that one.
What's that called?
This is a regular Verizon hotspot, but the software on it's called Ray Hunter.
Okay.
And then this is the Orbic, Orbic, Verizon Orbic.
Right on.
Yeah, I got mine on eBay. Let me turn it off. But as long as you're seeing a green line, you're good. And I didn't see a red line here, so I was like, as soon as I logged into the portal, it was like red. I was like, what? Never seen red.
So what do you do if it's red? Get a new hotel room?
Put your phone in airplane mode or in a Faraday bag real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, because I never had it happen, but I like to know if someone's spying on me.